Systems can be complex or can be really simple. They can be abstract or clear. Systems is looking at things that aren't usually looked at, observing the contours of a surface, the structure behind something, the meaning of something. Everything you've ever done, felt, heard, or touched is a result of systems.
I work for the company, but don't let that fool you. I'm really an okay guy. I'm glad to see you feeling a little better. They tell me that all the weakness and disorientation should pass. It's just natural side effects of such an unusually long hypersleep or something like that.
What do you mean? How long was I out there?
Has no one discussed this with you yet?
No, but I mean, I don't recognize this place.
No, I know. Okay. It's just that it might be a shock to you. It's long.
How long? Please.
57 years.
I think the work that I've produced it's about revealing the system. To put it in architectural terms, what would be the blueprint of a building is now the object of focus. By placing the same word on every intersection on a grid system, you inadvertently reveal the system structure. The initial work isn't necessarily about producing work that's of value or significance, but the value comes from when you combine these simpler components together to create a complex piece. The work seems to really come alive when you print it out and start to play with it in the physical world. I think that's because the level of interaction is much greater at that point. You've got a lot more variables in place, like the texture of the paper, the thickness, the process of printing, the lighting, the settings on the camera. All of these interactions slightly distort the outcome and create something quite beautiful. The act of producing work that reveals a system allows us to compare and analyze different systems and see how they've distorted the same input in different ways. Everything I make will be a system in some way. There will be a way of explaining it systematically, breaking it down to its simplest form. I think that's the beautiful thing about this project, is that anything I make works, whether it's ugly, whether it's bad, that's not the point. The point is to reveal the system and to show the interaction of different systems playing with each other. Just like diffusion reaction, you start at a point and you extrapolate, you expand, you grow, and that's just how life is. That's the essence of a system. It's to begin and grow. I think this project has been really useful for me. I think it's helped me look at things systematically and made stuff less daunting to me. I think it's changed the way I interact with media, especially how I work. I'm now thinking in layers. How can I work in layers and start from the fundamental essence of what I want to communicate, and then gradually build on top of that with other elements. The way I've produced work correlates to how the world works. Systematic interaction of simpler subsystems or components mixing with each other to form a more complex organism or being or structure or system. These complex systems that I make exist on a hierarchy of one big thing, one big complex system, that being the universe. I think that's a really important thing that is lacking in society today. I think that people need to take a step back and sort of realise where we are and realise that everyday life is not as significant as it feels.
No, but I mean, I don't recognize this place.
No, I know. Okay. It's just that, might be a shock to you.
The differences between humans is really nothing at all, and that we're all the same thing.
57 years.
We're all made out of the same stuff. We're all connected to each other. When you're stood really close to a wall, you can only see that small part of the wall. But as you take steps back, the more you can see, the more information you can perceive, and as a result, the wider your perspective is.